Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nazhif Kasyfan, and I'll be reporter today, reporting from Studio 7 of Insan Cendikia Madani. We all know the internet has been one of the biggest thing in the world, making it the future generation of today's life, starting from young age kids to old people. But for sure, are they safe for our next generations? So I've invited today one of our citizens of this. So I've invited a student from the school, asking him opinions on how this thing would go further. Hi
there.
Please have a seat.
Thank you.
So now I'm with Yudis, one of students in Insan Cendikia Madani. So Yudis,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a couple questions on how do you think about today's life,
Okay.
and especially regarding the internet, yeah. And our schools provided the iPads, yeah. So what do you think about kids nowadays with their gadgets, especially when the internet is on?
So, in my opinion, today is 2019.
Yeah.
Every students right now study with their gadgets. Like for example, in my school, we study with iPads because now students are less using writing as books, more just open an iPad and open Google Classroom or even Docs, because a lot of teachers use their Google Classroom codes so that the students can join the classrooms and can study their own. But for me, it's not that useful. Using an iPad is not good for us. I'm just being honest, not good for us. It is more better if students write in the book.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I would also agree with his opinion. And also this question is that school provided iPads for us, right? So I'm sorry, for your school, right?
Yeah.
They provide iPads. So do you use them every day, or do you use books or anything like that?
To be honest, in our iPad there's an application called iBooks, so that teachers doesn't have to be worried to go to the library, borrow a book. So the teacher just give the students a book, like an online book. So just open your iPad. So for me, from the start of the day from the school until the end of the school, we use iPad. We use iPad for searching, for studying. So yeah, less using notebooks.
So you don't use notebooks?
I just recommend that we don't need iPad.
So that's what you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
So iPad, maybe if the students want to study for something, but then the students really want to watch like a movie or some disruption from his head, like want to do something instead of just studying, he would just open YouTube from this iPad while the teacher was explaining.
So you're giving me the negative effects of
I'm giving you the negative effects. Yeah.
Okay. So you've told me all the negative effects from the beginning on
Yep.
using the iPad in the school, right?
Yeah.
So I have a question.
What's that?
Like, they use internets, right? Well, every day, the iPad. Do they have like, are the students freely open anything, or are there a software which blocks most of the apps or anything?
Actually, in our iPad, there's an Apple ID. That Apple ID is being used from the school, so that our limitation to watch YouTube has been blocked by this Wi-Fi.
So you won't watch YouTube?
No, we have like a site. It's a secret private site so that we can watch YouTube. I'm not gonna tell in front of the camera because maybe I can get in trouble. And also the freedom. I mean, students can use their iPad in the dormitory, school, everywhere, including the bathroom, if necessary, wants to take a bath while hearing some music. Not pointing some negativity. Yes.
Okay, I get you, sir. I get you.
Well, and also the freedom. Well, for me, for my opinion, the freedom that the student use is, it's really it's up to students where they want to use, where they want to use it, or maybe just
So basically, these are permanent iPads for them.
yeah, they are permanent iPads. But sometimes the teacher tell to the students that now it's not the time to play iPad at all. It's time to
Okay.
study.
So you got
focus on the
rules.
whiteboard.
Of course you
of
got
course, in the class we got rules. Every teacher must have that.
Okay, so like basically like for Muslims, especially us right now, like if they go to the mosque, and then once we finish all the activities back in the mosque, like everyone will run back to classes on the iPad.
No. We have a middle school and a high school.
Yeah.
For middle school, after they pray Zohar, it's how you call it Zohar. Zohar, they go back to the classes, study, because they eat lunch before Zohar.
Okay.
For the high school, we eat lunch after Zohar. So after Zohar we eat lunch, and after lunch is it lunch?
Yeah.
Yeah, lunch. After lunch we eat. Yeah, after lunch we go back to our classes. Sometimes when we went back to our classes, the teacher haven't come yet, so there's like a slight of time for us to play iPad.
That's actually smart though. Like so you finish your lunch faster
Yeah.
in order to play the iPad.
In order to play the iPad.
Oh my god, that's really cool. So you've told me everything about the system in the school using the iPad, right?
Yeah.
And the phones are kept back in the dorm?
Of course, we live in a dormitory, so that's our. I don't know what's the English of it. We call it an ustad.
Oh,
Our
so
ustads.
your teacher.
No, it's not. It's not more of a teacher. It's more of a. It's like our parents, but in a dormitory.
Okay.
Like a different
Okay.
sort of way.
Okay.
It's hard to explain. Yeah, it is being kept by them.
Oh,
Our
so,
supervisors.
oh, okay.
Supervisors.
Okay, that makes sense. So, if you have if you want to go outside, you're allowed to use phones, right?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. So, so since we started about the dormitory, what do you think about the outside
world?
Yeah, and using the internet. So, what do you think about the outside world and using the internet? Because we know that a world is full of free things, right? Especially the internet.
Of course.
Unless you buy it.
Unless I buy it, I buy the
Yeah.
whole internet, the whole world.
Oh yeah, I got that. What do you think about that?
About outside of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, not just in my school. So from the other outside of the school means, for in my opinion, well, it's totally screwed.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
children in my age, not just children, teenagers in my age, maybe children too. Sometimes they use internet for negativity. If you know what I mean, negativity.
Yeah.
Underline and double tip, negativity. Yeah. Sometimes, right now, if you read at the wiki or maybe the internet, the more the people watching negativity movies, negativity films is more than just watching a normal YouTube videos. But sometimes internet is good for the outside world, because sometimes we need the internet because, well, of course, internet is the future. We still need internet for like everything. Like, right now there is, we call it in Indonesia Go Grab. It's like we order a car from our place to our destination.
Also, it's like an online taxi or something.
Yeah, like an online taxi.
Uber?
An Uber, but it's an Indonesian version.
Okay.
And that's why internet is really good for us. Not just that, because sometimes we need internet for M-banking. Right now there's an application called M-banking to save your money with, and also to pay something. Like for example, you have an order from Tokopedia and you want to pay it, you can pay it by M-banking. There's a lot of good stuff we can do for the internet. What I said before was actually the negative stuff. But to be honest, the negative stuff and the positive stuff for the internet is actually not that equal. But I would say from 100%, the negative stuff is more of a 60. I'm not 60. Maybe about 55. You know why I said 60?
Yeah.
And the positive, I know.
40.
Yeah, maybe
30%.
Okay, but it's 50-50.
Okay,
50-50.
so 50.
They are better.
Okay.
They are better.
So, what do you think about cyberbullying outside?
Cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Well, of course it's about bullying.
Yeah.
but from different apps. Like for example, you have Instagram, I have Instagram, you have Instagram. So from that, for example, we post a photo or maybe a video, and maybe some of the comments are bad. From the bad comments, maybe it's from your friend, or maybe your friend is kind of a bully. Yeah, that is the meaning of cyberbullying. And then from that start, he tried to from the start, the victim is trying to be, you know what I mean? When he actually saw the comments, of course he feel bad. Yeah, that's what it means of cyberbullying.
So, what do you think if you get cyberbullied?
If I get cyberbullied,
Yeah.
that's
Honest questions.
honest questions.
Yeah.
That might be a private answer between you and me.
Okay. Okay, and speaking of that, like, and going back to the dorm in Insan Cendikia Madani, in your school, do they have a lot of cyberbullies here? Because you use iPads most of the times, right? Do you have cyberbullies, or is it like person like?
Yeah, to be
Face to
honest, in here, cyberbullies, there's not that really much.
Not really much.
For me, if I saw it, the more I saw it, I haven't, from my own naked eyes, I haven't saw like a lot of cyberbullies. Maybe just kidding, maybe just for fun. At least the victim, the one get bullied doesn't, get sad.
That's actually good news. Well, for
And also,
students,
still, the iPad is restricted by the Apple ID from my school, so that's why we can't download Instagram. Of course, Instagram is also blocked by the Wi-Fi. Thank you, Jem.
so you're safe, basically.
Of course, I'm safe. Thank you again, Jem.
Okay, well, I think that's all I have for today's question. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for making your time.
Yeah. So from all the talk and the interview from Dr. Mr. Yudis, basically internet, like, we need to have limits on using them. Read books, write more books, have more pens, and you have a better life. Thank you, and see you next time. Well, that's all I have for today's news. I hope I can. He's right behind me, right? Ini bahas tentang luar gitu, luar bukan ICM doang, luar.
Belum, jangan lu play.
Enggak.
Jangan
Gua ambil angle.
Jadi itu aja, jadi kayak behind the scenes.
Nggak ada behind the scenes. Kita buat behind the scenes aja.
Kok hilang?
Lu kayak rekam.
Udah siap atau belum?
Ini behind the scene ceritanya, biar nggak kaku.
Udah.
Ish, di.
Sepatu lain. Jadi sekarang kita sedang memprojek bahasa
Ini
Inggris.
penonton atau pengganggu sih?
Kita sedang projek bahasa Inggris di perpustakaan dan pengen aja gitu buat video. Cuma gue sih males. Ini mau buat video.
Ayo,
Ayo, udah stop.
Udah siap.
Bye.